Afternoon, class 9 students. I hope you all are fit and fine. So, students, as we have started the revision of our chapter, that is Introduction to Economics and its definitions, we have already learned and revised two definitions. That first one was wealth definition given by Adam Smith, and the second one was welfare definition given by Alfred Marshall. So, students, today we will revise and learn two more definitions given by two different economists. First one is scarcity definition and the second one is growth oriented definition. So first of all, let's move to scarcity definition that was given by Lionel Robbins. So what does it say? Economics is the science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means. So what does means? ends means unlimited wants and scarce means limited resources. तो इकोनॉमिक्स ऐसी रिलेशनशिप को स्टडी करता है दैट इज बिटवीन द unlimited wants and limited resources. So its key features are, first one is unlimited ends, unlimited wants. Human wants are unlimited and resources are limited. अल्टीमेटली कंज्यूमर हैज़ टू मेक चॉइस, क्योंकि हमारी ज़रूरतें हमारी इच्छाएं बहुत ज़्यादा हैं, अनलिमिटेड हैं वॉन्ट्स हमारी, एंड बट जो हमारा क्या है रिसोर्सेज हैं दैट आर लिमिटेड. अल्टीमेटली कंज्यूमर को क्या करनी पड़ेगी? चॉइस. स्कार्स मीन्स सोसाइटी, स्कार्सिटी इज़ द रूट कॉज ऑफ ह्यूमन इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम्स. सारी इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम्स का रूट कॉज क्या है? That is scarcity. Alternative uses of means. Resources can be put to alternative uses. Example, land can be used for making buildings or for farming. Choice. People have to make a choice in allocating resources for producing different commodities on the basis of importance. इकोनॉमिक्स एज अ साइंस. अब इन्होंने इकोनॉमिक्स को एक साइंस जो है वो डिफाइन किया है विच शोज द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन एंड्स एंड स्कार्स. अकॉर्डिंग टू रॉबिन्स, इकोनॉमिक्स इज द साइंस. इट प्रोवाइड सिस्टमैटिक नॉलेज विद रिगार्ड टू ह्यूमन efforts in solving economic problems. Okay, so these are the key features. First key features, first of all we will revise the definition. Economics is the science which study human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means. So it studies the human behavior. ठीक है, और this is a science, it is a science which studies the relationship between ends and scarce means. Its key features includes unlimited wants, unlimited ends. Scarce means to satisfy the economic human wants. Alternative uses, choice, and economics as a science. So what are the criticism? First one is narrow view of economics. According to Robbins, economics is positive and neutral. He is criticized on the fact that economics is both positive and normative. इसका जो इकोनॉमिक्स का व्यू है उन्होंने सिर्फ इसको एज अ पॉजिटिव व्यू में ही लिया है. इन्होंने नॉर्मेटिव साइंस जो है नहीं ली. ठीक है, नॉर्मेटिव साइंस जो नहीं ली, कोई भी नेगेटिव जो चीज़ को नहीं शो किया. रिस्ट्रिक्टेड सब्जेक्ट मैटर ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स. रॉबिन्स फोकस्ड ऑन रिसोर्स एलोकेटिंग एंड इग्नोर्ड इम्पॉर्टेंट इकोनॉमिक इश्यूज ऑफ इकोनॉमिक इंस्टेबिलिटी, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट एक्सेट्रा. मतलब उन्होंने सिर्फ रिलेशनशिप शो किया है एंड मीन्स एंड स्कार्स रिसोर्सेज का. स्टैटिक डेफिनेशन. Robbins' definition does not take into account the possibility of increase in resources over time. ठीक है. Economics is a science. Economics is both science and art, but Robbins considered economics as a science only. Economics problems may not always arise from scarcity. हमेशा scarcity से ही economic problems नहीं आती. और economic problem does not always arise from scarcity. Sometimes economic problem arises from abundance, overproduction as well. ठीक है, तो अब जो है हम criticism दोबारा से इसका पढ़ते हैं. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल नैरो व्यू ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स. इकोनॉमिक्स का व्यू कैसा रखा है? नैरो व्यू. उन्होंने इसको नॉर्मेटिव साइंस जो है नहीं रखा, राइट। बट जो है इकोनॉमिक्स नॉर्मेटिव मीन्स लाइक जजमेंट्स, स्टैंडर्ड्स, रूल्स, ठीक है। देन रिस्ट्रिक्टेड सब्जेक्ट मैटर ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स, इनका सिर्फ रिस्ट्रिक्शन है कहाँ तक, दैट इज एंड मीन्स scarce resources. They have not taken other economic issues like instability, unemployment, etc. This is a static definition. Narrow view of economics, restricted subject matter of economics, static definition. Robbins' definition does not take into account the possibility of increase in resources over time. Like they have assumed this thing that wants are unlimited and resources are scarce, that are limited. Even they, not only limited, they are in shortage, scarcity. They have considered economics as a science only, but economics is both art and science. Economic problem may not always arise from scarcity. सिर्फ scarcity से ही जो है economic problems arise नहीं होती, because economic problems also arise from the overproduction as well. So students, this was your scarcity definition which was given by Lionel Robbins, and Lionel Robbins time period was from 1898 till 1984. And he is also known for his scarcity definition of economics. See, unlimited wants, features, scarce means alternative uses or means choice. So there are more features of Robbins' definition of economics are given. I have shown you the important points from the book, but again you have to read all the points. So criticism is shown here, right? You can there are no like fixed points made. You can use my points which I made here. You can write these points also, okay. That is narrow view, restricted subject matter of economics, static definition, economics is a science, and economic problems may not always arise from the scarcity, they can arise from the overproduction also. So now we will again, students, there were some criticisms in scarcity definition also. That was the next definition, that is growth oriented definition given by Samuelson. So Samuelson was the propounder of growth definition of economics. So this came into effect, right? So we will study growth oriented definition by Samuelson's definition and its key features. There are no criticism of this definition. So economics is the study of how people and society choose, with or without money, to employ scarce resources to produce commodities over time and distribute them for consumption. See, such a good definition. Like they have not given emphasis to only wealth, they have not given emphasis to only welfare, not to only scarce means and unlimited means, unlimited wants and limited resources, but they have given a comprehensive definition which includes that economics is the study of how people and society choose, with or without money, to employ scarce resources, कि जो हमारे limited resources हैं उनको हम ऐसे use करें so that effectively and efficiently, so that जो distribution है वो अच्छे से हो पाए, production जो है वो अच्छे से हो पाए. So its key features are emphasis on economic problems. इन्होंने पूरा जो था importance दी economic problems पे. Samuelson's also emphasis on the problem of choice arising out of scarce resources and unlimited wants. Long-term perspective. Samuelson has taken long-term perspective of economic problems. According to him, wants grow and multiply over time. As time passes on, our wants increases time by time, and it's multiplied over time. Dynamic approach. Samuelson has adopted a dynamic approach to study economics by taking economic growth as an integral part of economics. So the definition of that was given by Lionel Robbins' scarcity definition was static, but its approach is dynamic. Like it is taking long-term perspective also. Universal problem. Problem of choice is a universal problem, be it barter or money using economy. यूनिवर्सल प्रॉब्लम क्या है? प्रॉब्लम ऑफ चॉइस, कि चॉइस करना कि क्या लेना पड़ेगा क्या नहीं लेना पड़ेगा. देखो प्रॉब्लम ऑफ चॉइस अराइज करती है जब व्हेन वी हैव लिमिटेड रिसोर्स, हमारे पास पैसा लिमिटेड है तो हमें चॉइस करनी पड़ेगी. ये थोड़ा सस्ता है, ये महंगा है, तो हम सस्ते वाला जो है चूज़ कर लेंगे, ठीक है. Comprehensive, this definition is growth as well as future oriented. Broadest perspective, broadened the subject matter of economics, including consumption, production, etc. So it included consumption, it included production, it gave emphasis on the economic problems. You can write that it gave emphasis to other economic problems like unemployment, poverty, etc. So its perspective was long term, it has a dynamic approach. So this was the growth oriented definition given by Samuelson. So let's read the again definition. Economics is the study of how people in society choose, with or without money, to employ scarce resources to produce commodities over time and distribute them for the consumption. So now we will see the examination based questions from today's topic. First question is, economics is the science Economics is the science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have alternative uses. From the above definition statement, briefly explain the four fundamental characteristics of human life along with 3 points of criticism of this definition. So first of all, who gave this definition? This definition is of स्कासिटी डेफिनेशन गिवन बाय लाइनल रॉबिन्स. तो इसके जो है 4 करेक्टरिस्टिक्स एक्सप्लेन करने हैं, ये इधर से ही आ रहे हैं. दैट इज इकोनॉमिक्स इज द साइंस विच स्टडीज ह्यूमन बिहेवियर एज अ रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन ends, and ends are unlimited wants and the means are scarce. That means resources are limited. 3 आ गए. सबसे पहले क्या आया? That is economics is the science, unlimited wants, limited resources, scarce resources. Also they have the alternative uses. अब इनके जो है 3 points criticism के लिखने हैं और criticism के points क्या हैं? First one is narrow view of economics, restricted subject matter of economics, static definition, economics is a science only, and economic problem may not always arise from scarcity. I hope आपको ये question जो है समझ लग गया. Now let's move to 6th question. Samuelson's definition of economics is the most accepted definition of economics. Give 2 reasons for this. क्यों है Samuelson की definition most accepted definition? Why? First of all, इसकी definition में ही इसका answer लिखा हुआ है. That is, economics is the study of how people in society choose, with or without money, to employ scarce resources in a way that the maximum wants and needs of the people are satisfied. Okay? So it gave long-term perspective. Its emphasis on the economic problems, or you can write it is the most comprehensive definition. It has a broader perspective and it counts a universal problem also. So there are 3 to 4 points I've given to you. You can write any 2 points from that. Next question is, what is the growth oriented definition of economics? Explain any 5 positive features and definition. So you know the growth oriented definition was given by Samuelson. Propounder was Samuelson, and it states that economics is the study of how people in society choose, with or without money, to employ scarce resources to produce commodities over time and distribute them for the consumption. ठीक है. आई होप अब आपको ये क्वेश्चंस जो है लर्न हो गए होंगे. नाउ मूव टू द 1 mark क्वेश्चन. एन इंक्वायरी इनटू द नेचर एंड कॉजेज ऑफ वेल्थ ऑफ नेशन इज द बुक बाय इकोनॉमिस्ट. वेल्थ से पता चल गया, दैट इज एडम स्मिथ. Second question is, what is true about the scarcity definition? Considers material welfare, study of wealth, economic problem, study of material goods. So ये जो material welfare, study of material goods, this comes under the welfare definition. Study of wealth comes under the wealth definition. So economic problem is the right answer of this. What is the name of the book written by Alfred Marshall? ये आप खुद लिखोगे. Statement 1. The book titled An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nation was authored by Adam Smith. True. Second statement, Professor Alfred Marshall gave welfare definition of economics. So both the statements are true. So these are your homework questions that are to be completed, and everyone should write the answers in your own language. No student will copy it from book or from notebook. So we will revise the chapter briefly, complete chapter briefly. Okay. So, as you all know, economics as a social science is concerned with economic issues. It seeks to explain a large variety of issues pertaining to economic behavior of the individuals, the society, and the economy. Economy describes economic events or issues, explain why some economic events occurs, and it suggests that appropriate course of action to solve various economic problems. So different authors gave different definition. First one is wealth definition, second one is welfare definition, another is scarcity definition, then growth oriented definition. So wealth definition was given by Adam Smith, a Scottish philosopher considered as the father of modern economics, and most important book was Wealth of Nations. Classical economists emphasized on production, growth and distribution of wealth as the subject matter of economics. Classical economists जो थे उनकी जो main उनका importance रहता था that was on production, growth and distribution of wealth only. So wealth has been given the central place, focus attention on the important issues of production, distribution, consumption, exchange and economic growth. So its criticisms are it has ignored the higher value of life. Wealth has been defined in a narrow sense so as to include material goods only. It has reduced human beings to a secondary place. It has ignored the problem of scarcity. So welfare definition was given by Alfred Marshall. Economics is a study of man in the ordinary business of life. According to Marshall, it examines. So welfare definition by Alfred Marshall, that is economics is the study of man in the ordinary business of life. According to Marshall, it examines how a person gets his income and how he invests it. This welfare definition emphasizes study of mankind, income earning and income spending, activities of the mankind, material welfare. Again, it does not include the total welfare, it includes only the material welfare. It restricts the scope of economics to social science. Distinctions between economic and non-economic activities is illusory. It is difficult to separate material welfare from total welfare. Economic welfare cannot be measured in objective terms. So Alfred Marshall, professor of political economy at Cambridge, most important book was Principles of Economy, written by that was Alfred Marshall. Then it comes the scarcity definition, which was given by Lionel Robbins, associated with the economics department at the London School of Economics and Political Science, key figure in the development of modern British university system. Economics is a science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have alternative uses. Economics is the science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have alternative uses. Its features are unlimited wants, scarce means, alternative use of means, and choice. Plus points of the definition: it brings out the root cause of economic problems. It emphasizes the universal nature of economic problems. It regards economics as a social science as well as a human science. It studies economic activities related to production of material of goods and services, and economics is neutral between ends. Its criticisms are it regards economics as a positive science only and not a normative science. It restricts economics to the theory of product and factor pricing only. It ignores the problem of economic growth. So, growth definition, oriented definition given by Paul Samuelson, which is considered as the, you can say, most appropriate and most good definition, which is Paul A. Samuelson. It is associated with Massachusetts Institute of Technology, first American to receive the Nobel Award in Economics, considered as the father of modern economics, and most important book is Economics and Introductory Analysis. Economics is the study of how people choose to employ scarce resources to produce goods over time and distribute them for consumption now and over time among people. Learn this definition. Economics is the study of how people choose to employ scarce resources to produce goods over time and distribute them for consumption now and over time among people. This definition emphasizes the following: problem of choice, wants and resources are dynamic, economic growth as an integral part of economics, universal nature of economic problems, and broader and comprehensive definition. So what is the universal nature of economic problem? Is problem of choice. So students, we have learned and revised and learned the complete chapter, that is meaning and definition of economics. So students, you all have to do the assigned homework on your own without taking help. Like you can learn the content first from the book, then only you will write the answers. Please don't copy the answers from the book and notebook. So these are the 1, 2, 3, from which there are two questions long and one question short, and multiple choice questions of 1 marker each. So students, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much.